What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Smooth Conversations with your host, DJ D Smooth. I got a very special guest with me today. Hey, this guy is fly. He be fresh to death. It is Andre Dubois. How you doing?
Doing wonderful, man. Thanks so much for having me, brother.
Man,
Appreciate you.
absolutely, bro. But everywhere you go, is it like this is how you dress?
For the most part, bro, I just got, so many different ranges. I always look at the weather first. What does the weather tell me I should wear today?
Yeah,
So and then from there just have fun. Like every day is like the first day of school for me.
I
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? So it's part of who I am.
Man, that's cool, man. Bro, you be man sharp, boy. I don't know. We're gonna get into where you're from and the background of where the dressing comes from, but man, I just want to say, bro, sharp.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah,
Likewise, bro.
appreciate you,
You're
man.
really
Appreciate that.
fly yourself today, man.
Thank you. I wonder why.
You know what I mean? We got to do what we can for others, man, for sure.
Appreciate it. Well, man, I want to say thank you for again coming in today. You actually got me prepared and dressed for today's show, so I appreciate the swag. I appreciate you helping me feel just different. I mean, being more in my element,
Indeed,
and
indeed.
confident. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate that in today's
And
outfit.
AKA D Smooth. That's who you are. I mean, just trying to, replicate that and let the people really see it. We're gonna have some fun, bro. It's just the beginning, man, for sure.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I don't usually wear shades, bro, but you got me
Yeah,
fly,
yeah.
man. So
And
thank you.
always shades that you can see out of as well. I mean,
Right.
not no really dark ones, so you got the low tint at the bottom, so you still can really much see really good. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. So Andre, for those who don't know who you are, man, I know you're not from Utah originally.
hmm
You're out here now, and we'll get into that. But who is Andre? What does Andre specialize in?
Andre Dubois is, originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Um, he specializes in style and fashion. It's just, it's God given. Like God is my stylist. Like the landscape that He's painted has given me the inspiration just to look around and just make the best of my situation, no matter where I go. Like you said, it's like, yo, are you always like that? I'm like, yeah. It's just I don't know how else to be anything other than that. You know what I mean? It's just such an organic thing. It's not me trying to make people look bad or make myself look better. It's just this is just natural. Like I'm really not even trying. Like this is all God given for sure.
Yeah.
And He's blessed me with, so much within, and which style comes from within is just, your what you put on, just a small amount of who you really are. You
Mm,
know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, if you get to know me, like actually my inside looks way better than the clothes you think I have on.
right.
This is nothing. Like none of this really means nothing to me. It's just an extension of my creativity. You know what I mean? So it just allows me to, just truly style the world, like
Mm,
truly like being from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, growing up in inner cities, like you grow up, uh, most people don't have too much, and
mm,
it's like, we always able to express ourselves through how we dress, and those who could, afford to do more, they would do more with, how they, uh, what kind of car they bought, and then what kind of house they got,
right.
and different stuff like that, what kind of trips you've been on and stuff like that. But, I've always been self-motivated, self-ambitious, and, my mother, like, is a huge part of who I am as well. Like, growing up, just with my mother,
Mm,
father chose not to really be in my life like that, and it was cool. I was like, I never held it against him. Like, I forgave him as a youth early, so I didn't
yeah.
have to carry that burden of always like doing stuff in spite of him. I was like, nah, bro, I still love you, man. I appreciate you.
Right.
Like if it wasn't you, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? You and my mom came together, had a wonderful time, and I'm here having a wonderful time.
Yeah, I
You know
like
what I mean?
that.
So I'm just, highly blessed and highly appreciative and just very thankful. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, I like that mindset, man. Thanks for sharing that, by the way.
Yeah, indeed.
Man, I was gonna ask you there. So, like, what was Andre dress code like in school growing up as a kid? What was Andre? And you had dress code, or you could wear anything you want. What was school
So
like?
that's a great question, bro. Like, so once again, like in the inner city, you normally go to public school. So, like my mom, once again, I can't stress it enough. My mom's a really fly woman. She's always kept us, up with haircuts and fresh kicks and whatever. But, as a kid, you always want more, and So I was like, well, once I'm able to work and get my own money, other than, like once again, in the inner city, like most of your friends and your family, they sell drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it normally starts from you want to dress better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then
Right.
once again, it goes on for whatever have you. But that initial, like, you want to be flat, like, okay, you want to get more than what your mom or dad can get you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I'm just going to work. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, God, I just want to be the best that I can be. And, you know, I don't want to go to jail just for looking nice.
I see what you're saying.
You
I
know
see
what
what
I
you're
mean?
saying.
But I've always been fly, man. Like I've always like carried myself decent. I've always been quiet, humble, but I've always had, I guess I could say, I always had good taste. Once again, I get that from my mother and my grandmother. You know, rest her soul. Uh, love you, Grandma Beulah. Like she was very quiet, humble, but she worked really hard,
Mm-hmm.
and she always took my mom shopping. So my mom was the youngest, so she always told me she was the spoiled one. So they always went shopping. So I'm like, that's where I get it from. So,
Yeah.
but people need to realize also I'm not when I'm shopping, I'm not going broke shopping. Like I have a keen eye. Like I get stuff that people just can care less about. It's like, okay, I just put it all together though. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
It's all about you normally overspend when you don't really have, good taste, or allow someone who does have good taste to help you out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's once again that's one of the gifts from God that comes from within.
Yeah.
Just seeing the best value of growing up going to thrift stores and vintage stores and once again not having as much as your other people. Like you couldn't afford the Jordans, but you can get some Air Force Ones or some Nike Air Flights or
Mm-hmm.
something other than that. Because we all still wanted to look and feel wonderful, just like our friends and our family.
Right.
So
I appreciate you answering that.
yeah.
Now, you said in that, you mentioned how, you're quiet, you're humble, you always been this guy. That's hard to believe, bro, because you play basketball.
Mm,
So you're not quiet everywhere. You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? On the
That's true.
court, you
That's
definitely
fair.
communicate. And
Indeed.
I want to talk a little bit about that. So you hoop. What inspires you to hoop for one, and then also how far were you able to take your hooping abilities to?
That's thanks for that, bro. Like it's funny. Like most people don't, yeah, they don't know I hoop until we hang out, until we talk basketball,
Yeah.
and then we play. You know what I mean? So it's like a person only can tell you how good they are with their mouth. You really got to see it. Like, okay, like, you got to show me. But I've always, once again, just growing up in Harrisburg, it's like we played ball all the time. It was a lot of us all around the same age, so it was a whole lot of fun. We started off on clay courts. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
play
Okay.
against the
Okay.
high wood and get the milk crates, cut them in half,
Yeah.
get it in wherever. Like we were just always playing, so always that hunger and having role models of Michael Jordan growing up and Penny Hardaway. Like Mike was just always been a straight killer. So it's like you don't want to be embarrassed, so
Right.
you should be doing the embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's like you got to continue to work on your game for you to get that though. You know what I mean? Mike just didn't get it. Kobe just didn't get it. Like it just like I didn't just become fly today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been like dressing since for a long time and thinking about it as well and helping others. You know what I mean? More importantly, like most people they get fly for themselves, but it's like can you do that for somebody else? You know what I mean? And then somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like it's that gift that keeps on giving. You know, because it's not for me. Like I'm gonna be fly regardless if I do another show or not, or do
Yeah.
anything fashion oriented. Like I'm still gonna still dress.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you back to the hooping, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like you said, most people don't know that you can hoop until they get on the court with you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a victim of that.
Yo.
Multiple occasions, bro. First of all, just the opportunity to play with somebody who's efficient, that I got to give you credit for that one. But bro, seeing you play is like, okay, I know he played at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't expect that when you first get a glimpse at you.
Yeah.
You sharp. You know what I mean? You dress.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you won't get that, but you probably catch a lot of people slipping when you step on the court.
For sure. We take them to EOS. You know what I mean, and have a good time. But yeah, I played middle school, 7th, 8th grade. I didn't play my 9th and 10th grade year. I just played at the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
It was, man, that's where I really polished my game at. And then I played 11th and 12th grade at Emmanuel Baptist. I went to a Christian high school in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It was a wonderful time. We won 2 state championships, you know what I mean? And then I think I averaged probably like man, between 25 and 27, like probably like 8 assists. I was always been a underrated passer because I can always shoot so good. I mean,
Okay.
I was always those don't let them shoot. I mean, don't give them no type of space.
Right.
I mean, just whatever you don't let them shoot.
You was on the scouting report, like
Oh, yep,
guard this
yep,
guy,
yeah, for
send a
sure.
double team.
Yeah.
He got a J.
But then, since you know that, it's okay now, since I know you're going to be real close, I'm just going to blow right by you. So you got to have a hezzy pull, and you got to be able to use your pivot, and just blow by. You don't have to use a lot of dribbles once you know how to play.
Yeah.
I mean, just make the game simple.
Who
And I just want to win. You know what I mean?
Who would you say your game models? Like as an NBA player, either currently or ex NBA player.
So I would say ex NBA, like Penny Hardaway,
Okay.
Gilbert Arenas, Jamal Crawford, Ray Allen.
Hold on now, you might
Ray
be
Allen.
taking it a little too far. Bro.
Nah, Ray. I've always been the 3-point specialist, bro, and always had range. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm able to still play to this day. It's like you got a jumper, you can play forever.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and if you got the win, you can run forever. So that's part of the game as well.
Right.
And most kids nowadays, they don't think basketball. So once again, I watch it and think it, and I played it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's totally different. And then I played high school, then I played college. At Tennessee Temple University in Chattanooga, Tennessee, for 4 years. I redshirted my first year. I walked on actually as well. Then I got a scholarship for the rest of my time there. We won a championship my last year.
Hey.
So, and then I try to get an agent to go. We all have dreams of going to NBA or any type of sport that you're playing. You want to play professionally.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But it just didn't work out, and I was able to play across seas. The agent with I had met a Asian homie at the YMCA when I came back from school. I was still in prime shape and everything, and he played cross seas. He was an Asian guy. His name was Reggie. I was like, bro, he was cool. He loved fashion as well, so we used to hang out. And early on, he's helping me with my clothing line, Gershon.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's helping me get the logo together. We was collaborating on that. And yeah, I just play for fun. And I just knew that, most people who are athletes, they feel as though their life's over once their sport is done. So I've been lucky enough to always been good in fashion or always wanted to pursue it regardless. And I went to college for business management, so I always wanted to be an entrepreneur regardless of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it don't have to happen right now, but it's gonna happen. And when you do, you definitely need to be aware of accounting and bookkeeping and everything else. You know what I mean? And marketing, advertising. So it's like when you do it hands on, it's just amazing. So
right.
Yeah, I love basketball, bro, for sure. I love that just as much as fashion.
I love that. Yeah. What would you say to the young man out there or the young girl out there that's looking to pursue their dreams in the basketball arena, when it comes to, wanting to go to either the NBA or WNBA, maybe they don't make it to that level. And, as a kid, I played since I was 9 years old. You have dreams of, you still playing the game, even though you're not playing the game or the sport. So, like, what helped you make that transition? I know fashion was part of that, but like, what helped you like overturn that and say, you know what, life is going to be okay. God chose this path for this reason, and I'm going to accept it for what it is and do the best that I can in it.
It was just very easy. Like I'm not the type just to hold on to things. I'm quick to get over stuff so quick. Like I've always been quick to get over things. You know what I mean? Quick to forgive and once again, I never limited myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like I played against high competition. I knew like there's different levels. Like, I'm not naive. Like, yo, I can't believe you made it over. Like, nah, it's a lot of nice players, especially when you get to your college. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's so important to know that. So it's like, yo, okay. But once again, like, I always knew I had fashion. Like, so regardless, I just knew I was going to be good. You know what I mean? And always been, respectful, know how to talk to people and appreciate them, and and that goes a long way as well. You know what I mean? Because we live in a very fearful society. You know what I mean? So it's like they don't like you to be too much of yourself. It's like, yo, what else can you do? And then those who are not being full of themselves, it's like they take it some time away. But it's like, we all got the ability to be our best wonderful self. You know what I mean? So it's like, just keep your options open. That's what I would say for the most part. Just keep your options open.
I like that.
Because it's endless.
Right.
And I would like to also, just extremely stress to the audience, man. Just please, like everyone, just take your time to read a book. I don't care what the book is, like but just start off with something that you like, and then once you love, it's like it's a superpower. It's like that's one of my those are my three right there. Like fashion, books, basketball. Books for fashion, basketball. So it's like those things is like very very good to me. So it's like it's taught me so much. And travel.
Travel definitely helps.
If we didn't travel, we wouldn't be here having this conversation.
Right.
So it's like Pennsylvania, Ohio, and being able to,
That's
no matter where you go, and still feel at home.
Exactly right.
So it's all love.
All love. I like that, man. Thank you for that answer. That was great.
Man, no problem, bro.
I want to talk a little bit about your passion, fashion, and specifically the platform that you built and designed yourself, Style the World. Let's tell everybody, tell the audience what Style the World is, what does it mean, and how do you go about it?
So Style the World originated like 2 years ago. Me and my homie Leon was talking. Like once again, like I've always been in fashion. I have my clothing line called Gershon. It means a stranger from another land. It's an elephant with the name Gershon going through it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I chose the elephant because elephants represent intelligence, and they're the only animal in the animal kingdom without a enemy because they're vegetarians. And even though they're bigger than everybody, they don't force their will on nobody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, and they're prehistoric, so they've been here from the beginning. So
I like that. That's a strong meaning. I like that.
But that's only
for sure.
Oh, that's only the beginning. And then so I got the name out of the Bible. So Gershon is Moses' first son. He named him Gershon when he was after he left Egypt for slowing the Egyptian.
Okay.
He moved to Midian, and he had his first child there, named Gershon, a stranger from another land. I'm like, wow, because during that time, so I went to a Christian high school and college, so I learned more by reading the Bible and things on my own than I ever learned in high school and college personally. Like it was so interesting. So it was very important for each one to do their own work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's so important. It's just like, that's where all your diamonds and your gold is. It's like, everything is within.
Yes.
Everything that you was ever looking for is right there within you. Like, wow. It's like, I need it's your thoughts and it's your follow through. You know what I mean? But if you control your emotions and just get over things and just really fill yourself up with some love, man, you'll be able to move mountains, bro.
That's awesome, bro.
Literally. You know what I mean?
So tell me what style about Style the World though.
Right.
So I appreciate you sharing Gershon, and we got to definitely promote the merch. You know what I'm saying? Definitely promote the merch.
Yeah, right.
But I would love because you have an event coming up actually,
I do.
which we want to dive into.
Indeed.
But Style the World fashion show.
Yeah, so that came up 2 years ago. My homie Leon, I was going to a couple fashion shows, and I was always thinking like, man, like, and I used to model as well. I used to always freelance model, but I never really went. Even though I had the look, I always wanted to be behind the scenes dressing the model. I always wanted to dress people up. Like it's easy to dress down, but it's like, you had to see yourself when you dress up. It's a totally different type of vibe for yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's all we need is a venue because I got plenty of clothes, and then I got plenty of friends, and most of the people never did it before. So I'm like, people are gonna be looking at you regardless.
Right.
It's a it's a win-win situation. You just get more exposure. And if you really want to model, it's like this is your chance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you a DJ. I'm like, come model. It's like, all right, man.
Cool. I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not no.
You are a model.
I am a model. I'll say that, but I didn't think I had it in me. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Most definitely.
And you pulled it out. So I appreciate you giving me the platform, Style the World, to be able to style the world.
Indeed,
you know what I'm saying?
indeed.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then we got rolling. Had our first one at the Monarch at the WB's Eatery.
Yes.
That's pretty
Shout
dope.
Out Amy and Amy.
Yeah.
Let me say Amy.
Yep. The Amy crew.
Yes.
But yeah, had a wonderful time, and then I didn't know I was gonna continue to do them. I just like if people want to see them more. Like I said, I got plenty of stuff. I can have it. You know what I mean? So after that, they wanted to see more, so I just gave them more. So now we on our sixth show. So yeah.
Number 6 now, man.
Number 6.
Man, congratulations, dude. I remember the one at the Monarch. I was there.
Yep.
That was your first one.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep. And I did some prior, but there wasn't no Style the World ones. I did like 2 at the Paul Mitchell Hair School, like a friend of mine, she was a hairdresser,
Yeah.
and she knew I, did all types of stuff. Cause in my crib, bro, I had mannequins and all types of stuff, bro. So I was just like full fledged, just ready to go. Like I used to do window dressing at Eddie's Men's Shop in Harrisburg. So that's where I got all the, all the hats and everything else, like just really, really leveling it up. You know what I mean? And the vests and the suits. But it's like it was just always organic, man. And it was like style the world is just for the people. Like I want to go everywhere and style the world. Like anywhere I'm at, like there's a fashion show. It's a conversation of some type of fashion and style. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, let's get everybody like that, or whoever wants to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So you only can help those who want to be helped.
That's a great point. I mean, what they say, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
What would you say the reward has been? I mean, dang, that's crazy. I can't believe 9 shows in already. But six. My bad. My bad. 6 there. What's your expression like after the fact? So obviously, it's like you're basically the event coordinator. You're putting the show together yourself. You get the vendors, everything yourself. Like that takes a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
So like obviously the headache is at the front end. But how does it feel on the back end, seeing all of your models walk through? As last round of the fashion show. Everyone's clapping. Everyone's cameras are out. How does that make you feel?
It feels really amazing, man. Once again, you just gotta always give it to God, because it all comes from within. Like the thought to even have it, the action of energy to even have it, which is like then come from me, like you know what I mean. And then the spirit, which is everlasting, it's like that resonates with everybody. And so that like just like style is like everything's how you put it together. Your crib, your car, your everything. Like everything is some type of, what type of water you drink, what bottle is that, or what shape is it? The shape, you know what I mean? Shapes and sounds. So you can't have a fashion show without having a DJ, right? We go hand in hand. Like you get party, boom, fashion.
Great.
So it just feels amazing, man. Like for me, like I said, I'm always fly. I'm always fresh. So I know the feeling. So I've been, that's what it has been. I've been trying to share that feeling with everyone.
Okay. Explain more.
As far as like, so no one really feels fresher when you're a kid other than that first week of school, especially that first day of school, right?
The first day?
Yeah, because, some people got 1 pair, some people got 2, but that first day, you had all summer to realize, okay, what am I doing on this first day of school?
Right.
What am I saying today? It's a new year, it's a new me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But since most people don't like to dress up or get dressed up on their own, and when they didn't realize they can see themselves in that type of light, that's the beauty of it. Like, wow, I never seen like, and then their family and friends or their significant other sees them like, wow, like really like. So it's like it's not just me; it transforms everybody.
Right, right. Literally, you're right. Man, that's cool. I appreciate that. And then, so your next upcoming show, tell us a little bit more about that. What should we expect? When is the date?
Okay, so the next show is next Friday, so Memorial Weekend.
Okay.
From 5 to 8 p.m.
What's that, the 23rd?
Yep. Friday, May 23rd at the Dunkie Art Plaza in Ogden, Utah. 5 to 8 p.m. free for everyone. All ages can come. Just expect to see some stuff you've never seen before.
Okay.
That's the biggest. It's like, each show you always got to give them something they've never seen before. So
right.
Then we're going to have an after party as well for the adults at the 2-Bit Cafe from probably 8 to midnight. So
nice.
That should be pretty cool.
Oh, it's a party. It's a party.
It's a party.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Weekend, man. So I just thought give something to the people and have something for them to do and something for them to see, And it's always good to bring the kids out, put some smiles on their face. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So you, real quick there, because I think we moved out to Utah about the same time period.
Mm-hmm.
You've been out here, about 10 years?
About 10 years, yeah.
Okay.
10, 11, going on 11.
I'm going on my 9th year in the fall, which is wild. But what have you noticed change-wise? Because obviously there's always change happening in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Since you moved from Pennsylvania, or I don't know if it was from Pennsylvania
Yeah,
to
yep,
Utah or
yeah.
Tennessee to Utah?
Nah,
What was that? What was that move like?
Harrisburg to Utah,
Okay.
Tennessee after college and went back home for a little while.
Hmm.
Then I made the trek out this way. Um, it's been gradual. You know what I mean? It hasn't been like nothing crazy that I've truly witnessed. Cause like I said, I just be in my own world. You know, and I got, people have said a lot of California people are coming over and different stuff like that. You know,
Right.
but I'm like, and the prices of houses and, all the fluctuation all over the world. But it's like, just continue to just handle what you can handle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's been beautiful. I can say that for sure. Like I'm truly happy to be in Utah. It's just been nothing but a wonderful time, and there's some wonderful, beautiful people, and
Hmm.
just blessed to be here. Like I said, just out here just doing shows and just leading by example.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Okay. Okay. I would say my experience is pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
It was been a gradual experience. I'll be honest, the first few years was
Mm-hmm.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously a culture shock.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody would tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been a gradual growing experience. And I would say, man, like I love Utah. Like
Love
I'm
Utah.
looking back, like
Yeah.
I love Utah. Like
Yep.
it's dope out here. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I just want to. I'm saying that more so for others to check it out,
Yeah,
man.
for
'Cause,
sure.
like,
I can't express that enough. It's like, bro,
yeah,
having the time of my life. It's like, bro, what's it to doing? It's nothing. I'm like,
that's why
bro,
you're here.
why you think I've been here for so long? It's like, bro, I'm just
Right.
having a nice, wonderful,
Yeah.
peaceful time. Once again, if you want to be peaceful, you want to have
Right.
that'd be the right thing. If you're not, if you just want to do some other stuff, that's truly up to you. But I just choose to live a simple, peaceful life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then also just give the people a show.
Exactly right.
So,
And maybe that's where the transition part is hard for people to grasp that move from out of state is that the the pace is different than where you're coming from.
it's supposed to be.
Yes.
It's not. I know everyone's gonna be the same. I can't be like, yo, do you like Utah better at home? I'm like, yo, home is home. Home is growing me. If I didn't have home, if I grew up here, I'd be a totally different person. Like, who knows what my style would be growing
Right.
up here? Just
Right.
had to be like, or my spirituality, or just as a lot of things. Yeah, everything. Like you can't change it. It's just amazing how we can really fill our minds up thinking that we can change anything that already happened.
That's tough. I like that. I like that.
That's not me. That's the Lord.
Yeah.
One of the disciples, bro. So it's like just everything. Once again, is organic, and it's once you break things down simple, it's very much easy to understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So real quick there, for those that loves fashion, that loves, all of the things that come and surround fashion, what advice do you got right now for those that like what's trending right now, man?
Man. So I don't know. I don't know if I would always say just be true to you and always create something different. Everybody wants something different. Nobody wants to look like the next person. So it's very important that you create some individuality. Don't follow anyone. You can be inspired by everything, but don't follow anyone. Just do your own thing.
That's perfect.
Very important.
I like that. Great answer, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then to basically part two of that question, for those that maybe don't know how to dress themselves, or maybe need a little bit more guidance, more help, getting themselves, right.
Yeah,
Where should they start, bro?
Let me help you, And if you want to do it, like I said, I prefer that everyone, as an individual, you got your own style. But if you do want to take it to another level, it's always good to ask for help. Don't be too prideful to ask for help.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. It's like, yo, I need a little help. Cool. You lifting a whole mountain by yourself, and it's like, yo, it's not meant for you to move that mountain by yourself.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you win championships with a team. You know what I mean? It's like, gotta have a team. But other than that, I would say try to know your size.
Okay.
And take some chances. Like, you never know if you don't try. You can't look at something and say it's not for me until you put it on. And if you want something to look the best on you, you gotta take care of yourself. You know what I mean? The best that you can give yourself is always like, a good, healthy you. So it all starts from within once again.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Andre, I'm gonna get you out of here on this one, man. What is there anything that you want to promote? Anything? Obviously, we have the Gershon brand.
Mm-hmm.
We reach out to you to purchase some of that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How can we find you, brother?
Find me on Instagram under Rather Unique Style, and then you can DM me. Then we can talk. Easy.
Okay. You say that's rather
unique style.
Rather unique style.
Yep. Or you can email me at stylistoftheworld@gmail.com.
Stylistoftheworld@gmail.com. Man, these names, amazing, bro.
Bro,
yeah,
just,
you're inspiring, man. I like that.
Appreciate
I like that.
it, man. It's all love, bro. That's what we're here to do.
All right, and for those that want to catch you on the court,
oh man,
do we hit you up for that?
Yeah,
too?
same thing. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely giving out one-on-ones. Definitely ducking those folks. That's for sure.
Style of the world
yep,
for one-on-ones.
Yep,
say less.
Yeah.
This man's a baller. Just letting y'all know. But anyways, yeah, is there anything else you want to promote out there?
Nah, I'm good, man. I just promote the Lord, man. Once again, or everybody, follow yourself. Just like believe in yourself, and then everything else take care of itself. We just need more, more love in the world. So just trying to do my part, man. So Style of the World coming next week. Be Smooth, thank you for your time, man, and people listening, thank you for your time, and may all be well, man. God bless.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Dubois. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.